Hello, hello, hello. Welcome and happy Friday. I hope that you have had a great week. I hope to catch Christopher's live earlier. I'm really excited. We skipped last month for our scrapbook layout, so I'm really excited that we get to do one this month. I'm going to jump in fairly quick. Hello, Luann. Hello, Beverly. Just because the layouts always take just a little bit longer, so I want to make sure that we have time for everything, and I wanted to be able to show you some kind of a technique. So I'm going to jump right into it. We'll just kind of catch people as they come on and say hello. But I went to the Create Your Own Ending this month, and it was so much fun. And I have been waiting to go to the. It was held in Pittsburgh at the Monroe store. And it was a dream come true to be able to go there. I have been waiting for years and years to be able to get to see that store and see Christopher and Heather and Dee and Ani and Daryl. Did I say Jessica? And Sharon, of course, and everyone, Natalia. I hope I got everybody. If I missed anybody, please forgive. But I was so excited to meet everybody, and I was excited to meet all of you guys that were there. And I also got to meet Gina, and I got to meet Lily, and I got to meet Donna C, and I got to meet Candy. So it was, and Penny, I saw you there. So it was really fun. It was a really good event. And so I thought I would go ahead and create a layout today using a few of the photos. There's a lot more photos, but we only have so much time. So I just printed up a couple of them that we'll use tonight. Hello, Tina. And I'm going to use kind of a combination of some of the Good Vibrations release and some of the items that were released with the Create Your Own Ending event. So hopefully it all comes together and that you guys are inspired to create a layout of your own. So let's start out. And hello, Robin. How are you? Hello, Kate. I don't know if I said hello to you. Hello. I'm going to grab some of our aqua pigment paper because we're going to cut out our rainbow. So this rainbow is part of the Ravishing Rainbow die set, and it coordinates with our arched box dies. So right here I've got two die sets, and I'll just show you quickly the two sets so that you know what goes in what. And I'm not sure I'll remember which word goes with which, but I think enjoy goes with this one. And smile goes with this one. And then this one also has the sun, clouds, a big one and a little one. And then the inside of the sun. And then this one has this little kind of like fork piece. It's like those floral picks that hold the little card. So when you cut out your, I usually cut this out a couple of times and glue it to itself so that I have a fairly sturdy piece, sturdy fork. And then you can just kind of slip your sentiment in it and it'll stick out far enough that it can go, you can have your box put together and it'll still stick out. So that is what that's all about. So if you want to see this box assembled, there are some videos on the site, on the Brutus Monroe. Well, you can see it on the Brutus Monroe site, the arched box dies. But if you want to see the videos, you can look on both of our YouTube channels, the Christopher Allen channel and the Brutus Monroe YouTube channel to find those. So we're not going to use the box tonight, but we are going to use the clouds and we are going to use the rainbow. Now you can see that the rainbow cuts out all at one time. So you may have to cut out several, and there are cards that you can make. There's a lot of things you can do with these inner pieces. with all the different colors, but we are going to cut it out of white tonight. Then you can do what you want, and you only have to cut it out once. So I'm going to use aqua pigment paper. Hello, Candy. Hello, Nikki. Welcome, you guys. Nikki says she's been scrapbooking all day today. You finished your card scrapbook project last night, and then today so far you've gotten 3 layouts done. That's awesome. That is awesome. Sounds like a good way to spend the day to me. So I'm just quickly go through this. So I'm just going to cut this out real quick. Okay. I just have to get them off my mat. There we go. So like I said, it cuts out all the little strips. And if you cut it out of white, if you want to color them one by one, then you only need to cut it out once. But if you don't like to color them, then that's a good time to use all of them. Okay, so what I did on the layout that we're doing tonight, it was an experiment. I mean, I do a lot of those. You guys are usually, I do a lot of them live. Hang on one sec. I'm looking for my ugly box. Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. Okay, my live blindness is gone now. All right, so I'm going to just take, you'll have to excuse all of my paper towels. You can tell I've been busy. I'm going to take some of the neon, the pink glow chroma mist, and I'm just going to spritz this. And I am going to just let that sit for a second. In theory, we're just going to do one strip because obviously it like the whole time. So let's just help it along a little bit. And I actually like mixing colors. Like I used a little bit of magenta chroma mist as well. But then I'll explain my whole process. You could simplify this a great deal. If you just want to use your inks or just use one color, the thing that I found, I will explain as we go. You see they get kind of curly, but they'll straighten back out. I think my other, yep, caught that. Like I said, we're doing the fast forward version of this tonight. You could just let it sit there. I'm also just going to blot it. And the fun thing about that is, depending on the style of the project that you're creating, see how all that fun texture and all that. I like that it has just kind of an uneven, fun texture to it. But when I actually put it on the layout, I thought it was a little bit, it competed with the paper that we're going to use. So I ended up doing this, but then I ended up using Simon Hurley inks as well. So I will just show you. In fact, what I did was I took my stamp mat and I put all of my pieces face down so that I could just connect them all once they were colored. These ones aren't all colored, but when they are colored, you can connect them all. So I'll show you what I did in just one second. But I did all of them, and then I added adhesive to the back. But I just took my blending brush. I love these blending brushes. These are the 4-inch blending brushes that we have on our site. And if you don't have any, you are going to want some because they are amazing. But I wanted to even out the tone a little bit just so that it didn't compete so much with the pattern paper. But I actually did this after I had it all connected and I didn't mind that. So I will show you what that looks like now. So that was just a kind of a quick tutorial. So this is what it looked like when I finished. So I kind of like that it has the watercolory look, but it's a little more solid. I wanted it more vivid and I wanted it to have a little bit more solid lines. And then you can see I laid it down on my stick and stamp mat, and then I went ahead and added all of it. Okay, this is our rainbow. We're also going to use, let's start with our main page. So if you have not scrapbooked with me before, I do a page a month, a layout, I should say. And I use the Doodlebug storybook album. This is the album that I use. And I use the page protector that's one full sheet, just one compartment. And then I also use the divided by 4. And we have both of those on the Brutus Monroe site. So we are going to fill in this page today. This is the last one we did. What was that?
Kelly and Michelle, say hi.
Hello, Kelly. Hello, Michelle. Welcome. So we're going to fill this page today. So we're going to start with this side, the other side of this one. All right. But this book is going to take up too much space on my table, so I'm going to move it for now. All right. So you can see I kind of got started on this. This is just a piece of black cardstock, and this is kind of a lightweight cardstock. Now that we have the Raven cardstock back in stock at Brutus Monroe, this stuff is going away. I definitely like my Raven. You can see it like I said, it's lightweight, nothing like our Raven. All right, so I just used some of our shimmer spray. This is the shimmer chroma mist. Whoops, that one's the white. And this is pearl. And I just flicked some of that on there. But I also spritzed a little bit of the white. And it's really, you can see it, but it is kind of subtle. Just to give it kind of a starry galaxy kind of look. So that's how I started. But now I think we'll go a little bit further. And I'll find my bucket again. And I think we'll use some of our glow aqua pigment, or not aqua pigments, but chroma mists, and add a little bit more color. And I'm just flicking that on there. And I'm not going real crazy, but I'm mostly trying to get around the edges a little bit because that's probably what we're going to see once we get all of the goodies on our page. So that's our green. Now let's use some of our yellow glow. And you know, you can use if that's easier for you, but I like how much it does. Like I like that it doesn't have a really heavy dot most of the time when I use the other end of the nozzle. We need a little bit more yellow. But you do what works best for you. All right. So now we'll do a little bit of our, actually let's dry that a little bit just to make sure we don't start running our colors together. And as it dries, you'll be able to see it show up a lot better on this black paper. What was that? Doodlebug products are 20% off if you click the link on Christopher's live to get the deal. So that is a great time to get your album. They are really nicely made albums. I love mine. Our yellow's dry. Our green is taking a little bit longer to dry for some reason. Oh, there it goes. It's starting to dry. And you probably don't have to dry it in between, but I just wanted to make sure that my colors didn't run. Okay, so let's add a few more colors. This is my favorite. I love the pink glow. I know, shocking. I love pink, right? Speaking of pink, the in our Brutus Monroe cardstock, we now have got pinks added to the collection. So if you are a pink lover like I am, definitely you want to check that out. In fact, there are 2 new shades of pink that we've never offered before. So please go and check those out. My favorite is Rouge. That one we did have before, but the 2 new ones are Pink Flamingo and Pink Lemonade, and they are really, really pretty too. Pretty sure you'll be seeing those in my collection fairly quickly. And now we'll add a little bit of the Coral Glow. And the paper that we're using is pretty busy, so we don't need tons and tons and tons of this. We'll use a little bit of our Purple Glow. Though I do think it's fun to splatter. Do you guys like splattering on your projects? And let's do a little bit of our blue, and we'll do a little bit of our orange, and then we'll be done with this part. Let's see. It looks like there's still a lot of that on the bottom. Oh! Did I manage to miss my clothes? I didn't have the lid on as tight as I thought. Hopefully. I don't think it got on my clothes.
Get that apron.
Should have gotten my apron out, huh? Now he tells me. Thankfully, we missed the pictures and everything else that's on the table. So that is good news. Okay. And that's not like usual for me. Usually I'm going to make the worst mess that is possible. Knock on wood. Okay. Done with the blue. And the last one is the orange. Okay. I think we're good. I'm actually just going to set that aside for a minute. If we need to dry it a little bit before we do anything more, we will. But I think while that's drying, we can be doing some of the smaller compartments. So you've got the little 4x4 compartments on the opposite side. So here's a picture of You can see there's Christopher and Heather and Jessica and Daryl and Ani and me and Candy. This is beautiful. They took us to go see all kinds of beautiful things, and this scenery was so pretty. I should have gotten a picture of the actual background, but oh my goodness, so beautiful. That overlook was just, it was something else. Okay, looking for my glue. There it is. All right. Four free gifts right now. Thank you, Penny.
There's 5.
There's 5? Well, hop on and check out all of the free gifts. Who doesn't love free gifts? Okay. And then I'm going to add, I want to show you this paper. This paper is amazing. So this is called Chunky Glitter Stock. And look at that. Oh my goodness. If that doesn't make you want to disco dance, I don't know what will. I just think that is so pretty. So we're going to use that on several little pieces of our project. We're going to add a little bit right here to the bottom of our photo. And then I am going to use, this is from our Bodacious Borders die set. This was also introduced at the Create Your Own Ending event. It's got 5 different borders. Whoops. It's got these cute flowers. It's got the sun and the cloud. It's got this cute doodle, I guess you'd call it. Little, is that what you'd call it? Like a little scribble. And then that's kind of like a postage stamp edge. And then it's got these cute stars. So we're going to use those. And I have them cut out. They look like this when they're cut out. But I also, one of the things that's fun is it has the centers. So we're going to use the centers too. So let's add a couple of centers. Let's add like 3 of them, I think. Darren, you're going to have to help me keep track of the comments because I get so involved that I forget to look up. You're the best. Thanks. Also, last night I interviewed Jessica from our design team. So if you haven't had a chance to watch that, that was a lot of fun. It was fun to get to know Jessica a little bit better. And you guys had great questions. I was so grateful. I went through those questions pretty fast. I didn't expect to go through the questions so fast. And I was like, oh no, I don't have any more questions. And you guys rescued me. I appreciated that. Okay, so this is all that's going to fit in that little pocket. In fact, we should probably make sure it does fit because sometimes you have to cut them down just a little bit. So I'm just going to take out the 2 page protectors that we need for this. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's see if we got them to fit okay. Yep, fits just fine. So we've got that one done, and then I'll put a little journaling right here, put everybody's names. And then let's go on to the next little pocket. So our next pocket should come together pretty quickly. This was the logo for the event. So I printed that out, and then I used the Easy Elements, which that die set also came out at the Create Your Own Ending event. And I used, this is what it looks like. It's got all of these fun elements for making cards. There's just like everything you could think of in here. There's tags, there's little like bullets for like bullet points, and there's little asterisk, little arrows. This is the best. This is like everyone's favorite. This is the paper clip. It is so fun. I should have used a paper clip on this, but I don't know if I have a spot for it. But yes, this is a very fun set, and I reach for it over and over again. In fact, we're also going to use this little like placard thing. I don't know what you want to call that, but we're going to use that as well. This is, if you are just getting into paper crafting, this would be a great investment because it is anyway. I mean, I've been crafting for a long time and I love this set. But especially if you haven't got a lot to work with yet, this will just give you so many things that you can do. Now, look at this paper. Is this not this paper ever? This paper is called Groovy Metallic cardstock. And this is what the whole sheet looks like. Love it. I think that is so cool. So I definitely suggest getting both of those shiny, amazing papers. So I'm just going to add, I think we'll just put a little bit of foam behind this and make it a little more dimensional. Can't get super dimensional on our page, but we can get a little bit dimensional. Penny said spend 25, get 1 free washi sheet. Spend 50, get 2 free washi sheets. And the Ghastly Ghost stencil and Golden Gourd embossing powder. And if you have at least $50 in cardstock, you get the cardstock label, index labels, which make it really, really nice. Thank you for putting all of that up, Penny. Penny, you do that all the time, and you are just amazing at it. You're just quick, and you're just sweet about it, and I just really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, so the paper that we've been basing everything on is the Astro Rainbows. And this is the coolest paper. Look at this. It reminds me of like Trapper Keepers from this. I don't know about you guys, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. But the one that I took most of this from is from this piece right here. So I've cut some stars from this. I cut this little background from that. And so I used a lot of this piece. I used one piece and I got enough to do the layout. So I tend to hoard my paper. I don't like to use it all up at one time. So I was excited to use just the one piece. Okay, so that is what this page. So we're going to go ahead and put that on our cardstock. Hi, Anne-Marie. I'm glad you're here. We'll take you whenever we can get you. Hopefully you were doing something fun. Okay. So hopefully I've got that pretty well centered. And now we're just going to add our Create Your Own Ending logo to the middle of that. Oh, just flipped my pin. Thankfully, I see it. So this is a really simple pocket. This one's already done. We'll just slip that in. All right, so this one is probably the most involved pocket that we're going to do. When I saw the paper and I just saw what was coming together, I just thought, oh, I've got to pull out one of my favorite stencils. And this is called Fairy Flight Path. And I just think this is the coolest stencil. And it just, to me, it has that kind of astro rainbow feel to it. And just adding a little bit of pixels is amazing. It's great to put a little bit on your stencil. I hold it about 10 inches probably away from it. And then let it dry a tiny bit. I didn't let that dry very long. I think I'm fine now. And then we're just going to create some stars for our backdrop on this one. And I just have a brush that already has black in it. So I'm just going to use what's in there. And if I feel like I need more, then I'll dip some more in there. But I'm just using what's already on my brush. Anne-Marie, you love that stencil too. It's a cool one, isn't it? I love all the movement in it. It's just got a really dynamic flow to it. Way to go, Darren. All right. What was that? Yep. All right. I think that's good. Let's look and see what we think. Yep, that will work. Let's move that to my clean it pile. So now we'll just add the other little elements. So this is a picture of me when I was getting everything ready to go to teach a class at Create Your Own Ending. It was so much fun. So I think let's kind of get everything situated. I think I want to put a star on this one. Let's move that over a little bit. We've got another little star. Yeah, I think that'll work. So first thing we need to do is put our star on.
Anne-Marie said she wants to try that stencil glow in the dark and Boston powder.
Oh, that's a great idea, Anne-Marie. Definitely share it on the Brutus Monroe fan page on Facebook, because that sounds really cool. Trying to decide if I want to put that in the inside or down. I kind of like it down at the bottom. What do you guys think? And we'll put this on there. Just going to add a little strip of this paper. And I like how your eye kind of goes like this, because you've got the pink and orange colors there and the pink and orange colors here in a diagonal. I kind of like the way it draws your eye. Okay, and then I just have this cute little die in my stash. I don't even know where I got it, to be honest with you, but I thought, oh, better make sure I put it on the right way. I thought that was the best word to describe how I was feeling. So we'll add that to our layout. And that we can slip right in. Oh, we have to put that last star in. I didn't get any opinions on that, so I'm going to put it down at the bottom. Okay, now we can slip it in. Look, we're almost done with this side. All right, so then on our last little section, I've got this picture of Candy and Gina and I, and we've all got our card dealer shirts on. And it was fun to just have a picture with my inspiration team buddies. So we're going to add this little piece of chunky glitter paper. And I'm just going to put it kind of to the side. And this one's going to be a quick one. I hope, because I'm not sure how to stick to the glitter. We'll see. I'm sure it will stick through the live, but after that, I may have to try something different to get it to stick. We can always add some foam or something. But this Barely Art glue is pretty good, so it may just stick anyway. We're just using more of our little stars. I'm gonna finish that page off. And then I can write right here. I'm telling you, I am terrible about journaling. I've got to be better about it. I always leave space for it. I just have to make myself go back and do it. And that's really one of the most important parts of your scrapbook page. So do what I say and not as I do, right? Okay, so that is our one side. Now we can get back to our other side. And this is going to be the base. And let's see how our, oh, it looks like it's pretty much dry. So we've got this, you can see all those fun colors. Let me hold it up a little bit and you can probably see it better. See how much fun that is? And how easy was that? Doesn't get much easier than that. So we'll just go all the way around the edges. And let's see if we can get it centered fairly closely. I don't know what I got on my paper, but that's okay. All right, so let's see. There's our rainbow. And this picture is of Gina, and this is, oh my goodness, this is Lily. If you've ever watched any of Gina's lives, you may have seen Lily or heard Lily. She is hilarious. That girl, she was in her element. She had so much fun at Create Your Own Ending. And oh my goodness, talk about a warm welcome. She made me feel so awesome. She was so excited when we got to see each other. And I was excited too. It was so fun to see her face to face. But yes, she was definitely in her element. Okay. So I'm going to move that up a little bit and just kind of add a little bit to it. A little bit more of our cool groovy paper. And then I think we'll add our star that. Let's go to that point. Let's put the rainbow down. So we've got all of our adhesive on it already. So that part's already done for us. Now, if only I had the backers off. That's the hard part, right? All right, time to get out my tool. I think it's on the other side of my table. Excuse me for 1 second. I had to go around it because I knew if I tried to go to the side of it that I would knock everything off the table. So I know me well enough to know these things. I am definitely accident prone. Anne Marie, that makes me feel better. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's just tricky. Sometimes I don't know if I'm using a different part of my brain or what, but I don't know. Or I think, oh, I want to stop and wait until I have something where like can ponder it a little bit more. And really, I just need to slap the dates on there at least and the people who are in it. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe I can put the journaling behind it. But definitely need to do better. So, what's everybody doing this weekend? You guys doing anything fun? I went to see my sister a couple weeks ago and she made the best chocolate cake I've ever had. Like, it was so good. She made it from scratch, which is already a treat because I never do anything like that. Well, I make cookies from scratch, but I don't make a lot of cakes from scratch. And so I was like, oh, this is so good. I've got to have the recipe for this. And she said, well, you probably have it. And I was like, what? And she's like, it's the recipe on the back of the Hershey Cocoa, the Hershey Cocoa can. So I am making that this weekend and trying it out. And I'm just crossing my fingers that it tastes even close to how hers was, because hers was so good. And the frosting was really good. I do not like store-bought frosting anymore. I don't know. Either I'm older and more picky or it's changed because I swear that they all taste like cardboard. It's really gross. But the frosting, there's a frosting recipe on the back of the can as well. So I'm like, okay, definitely making the frosting from there as well. You're watching NASCAR crafting. That sounds like a good weekend, Tina. Did I leave myself enough room for this? I think so. Maybe I'll move it up a little bit. Okay. Scrapbooking and birthday activities. Oh, it's your birthday, Nikki. Happy birthday. Spending too much on the Brutus Monroe website. Christina, that is hilarious. And hello. I don't know if I said hello to you. I hope I did. If not, hello. That's so fun. I know there's a lot of fun things on that website, I tell you. You would think by now I would be like desensitized to it all, but no. Nope, I love it all. I'm not quite as enthusiastic as Heather because Heather buys 3 of everything. But definitely try to buy 1 of everything. As far as my paycheck will take me. Okay, let's see. It is nasty, isn't it, Annie? Oh my gosh, or Anne Marie, it's so it's just gross. I was surprised. I hadn't had it in a long time, and I was like, oh, I don't remember it being so bad. Your birthday is Wednesday. Well, that is awesome, Nikki. I hope you have the happiest birthday. I'm glad that you get to have a fun weekend celebrating. If you're anything like me, you got to celebrate all week long. I mean, come on, it comes only once a year, right? All right, we're just going to snip this little bit off. Okay. Cannot promise that that is straight, but hopefully it's close to straight. Okay, so now we've got this little placard I said we were going to use, and we are going to put, I used some dies in my stash. These I got from Brutus Monroe. They were, I think they're paper photo play. But it's been a while since they were on there, so I'm pretty sure they're gone. But that's the die alphabet that I had handy. You get to celebrate on Tuesday. That's so fun. Oh, you've got a gift card? That's awesome. Definitely go crazy. All the better. That's when you want to buy something that you wouldn't typically buy yourself. Those things that you talk yourself out of. Let's see if I missed anything. Sorry. No, I think I'm keeping up okay. Oh, you won the grand prize. That makes sense. That's awesome. Congratulations. Have fun. That's awesome. Okay, so I've just got create your own endings on my little placard, done with our little groovy swirl paper. So we'll add that to our layout. Think about right there. Looks like we need a little more glue right here. Oh, that's still sticking pretty good anyway. All right, so let's use some of these stars. So I cut out a couple of stars. I used the other one on the other page, but I've got these fun stars. Look how fun that paper is. I just love it. So I think we'll definitely put one down here. I think we'll put this one down there. And then this one, do we want to tuck it behind it? Can we tuck it behind it? That's the real question. We have to find a spot that isn't completely attached. Might be able to. We'll have to check that out. Not sure that's the best place. Let's maybe somewhere like that. And then we'll put a cloud right here. I think we'll put a cloud over here or over here. Do we want it? Yeah, I kind of like it better over there. Okay, let's get our clouds on. We'll put this cloud right here. And now let's see what we think of the stars. I kind of wish I'd put that behind there because I don't want to cover it, but I think I may, just because I think it balances better. So let's do that. So we'll put this star there. We'll put this star down here. I kind of like it straight on. Usually I like to angle things, but this layout has been mostly just kind of straight up and down. Okay, let's get this in its sleeve and then we can see what the whole thing looks like together. And look, I still have room to do the journaling I never do, right? One of these days I'll just have a journal day where I just go through and journal this book. Because there are definitely spots. Oh, you know what? I forgot I was going to do that. Hang on. We're almost done. There's a couple little things I want to add. So I think we need just a tiny bit more. Not a whole lot more, but a little bit. We've got all this glitz going on. Let's add a couple of jewels. Oh, looks like my stars moved. I told you I wasn't sure how they would stick to the glitter. They stuck. They just stuck in the wrong spot. There. Yay, it wasn't too late. That's always a bonus. So let's add a couple of jewels here and there. So I've got these fun big jewels, and then I've got some smaller ones, but I think, let's add some of the blue ones. I think the blue will be pretty. Oh, that one stuck to the, well, we'll get that one later. The adhesive stuck to the little backer. Let's do a big one down here. Yeah, I think that just kind of draws it together. I feel like it looks a little bit more finished. Let's do, maybe we'll trade this one out for a bigger one. We'll add that one over here. We'll add a big one down here. Add this one over here.
Andrea, what size pages are you using, Shannon?
These pages are 8 inches by 8 inches. And I think we need to find a way to incorporate a couple over here. Maybe not. Let's do one set over here. And I think that will balance out pretty well. We could maybe add, I don't know if we want to stop while we're ahead yet. Yep, I think we do. Okay, now I think we've got it. I just dropped a jewel. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't. Uh-huh. Okay, so there is the first page. Can you see that okay? So much fun. Just simple and easy to do. And it was fun. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. And then this one we'll just stick in. Oh, thanks, Susan. You're so sweet. It's so much fun to do. I didn't scrapbook for a long time, for like years and years, because I just got into card making and kind of just stopped scrapbooking. But I love getting to do a little bit of both. Okay, let's see if we can get my fingers to cooperate with me. We know they all fit because I've had them all in there now, right? Okay, and the last one. What is it catching on? There we go. So now we can add these to our book and we will call it good. Let me just slip them in there. Let's have the satisfaction of putting them in our album. It's one of the best parts. Okay, so we've got now we can see how it looks all together. And there's our layout. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'll show you the whole thing in one screenshot, but you can hold it up against my body like this, so you can get a better idea. So much fun. Ah. All right. Well, I hope that maybe you were inspired, that maybe you will be inspired to get some more scrapbooking done and have some ideas for your layouts. And I hope that you will join me again. Thank you so much. I had so much fun with you. And next week, I'm really excited. There's a really fun release coming out next week. One of my very favorites so far. So please stay tuned and definitely tune in next week because there's some fun stuff afoot. Thank you so much. I will see you then. Bye.